I never liked winter. Like, my thing is spring and summer, you know? Maybe if the fall colors were teal, turquoise, purple instead of orange and green and red, the fall would have been my time. But it's not. I went so far in my dislike for winter time that I even moved to Florida in hopes to avoid it. And it did work for about a year and a half. But then life happened and I needed to come back to Pennsylvania. So I'm here again. And I guess moving back and forth made me realize that, hey, seasons exist, cycles continue, and so if cycles exist, then spring and summer will come eventually. It will have to happen at some point. Unless the sun disappears, there is going to be spring and there is going to be summer and there is going to be next cycle of this planet. The question is, what are we gonna do in this cycle? And how do we make sure when the spring and summer comes in, we will be ready for it? And what I really mean by that is, I personally was never truly ready for the spring and summer season. I was always one of those people that were like, oh, winter, it's so droopy, it's so dark, it's so gray, blah, blah, blah. I wish it was summer. But then when the summer comes around, I'm not really truly ready to experience the summer, either because I don't have finances to travel places, or I don't have the figure of my dreams to take pictures and stuff like that. The things that truly interfere with your life, that don't let you progress further, is what I mean by not ready. So because of that realization, I'm choosing to take matters into my own hands this year. Because I figured the time is gonna pass anyways. The spring and the summer is gonna happen regardless. The question is, how are we going to benefit from the stillness and the quietness of the off season? Since we will all be cooped up in our homes regardless, this is the perfect time to realize, okay, like in January of 2023, I had X, Y, and Z goal. How have I kept up with it? Have I kept up with it at all? Have I been consistent? Or have I been consistent on some goals rather than the others? Things that I'm doing is really focusing on my weight loss journey and my finances. And I'm really excited for it because these next 5 months, say from November to like March, in this area of United States, it's gonna be pretty dark and gloomy, just like this. But it's the perfect time to stay in, reflect, think about the things that you have done well this year and haven't done well this year, and fix it for the next year. For that reason, I specifically like to journal, because it actually puts things into like visible, valuable scratch on the piece of paper that I can't really ignore. And from there, I can say like, okay, so in this off season, how can I improve my life? How can I make my life better so that I can appear as the best version of myself when the spring comes around? The way that I keep myself motivated with the goals like these is basically like YouTube. Surrounding myself with a bubble of people and content and ideas that are all like mine. For example, when I was paying off my debt, I watched an abnormal amount of financial audits or Dave Ramsey, or like videos that basically highlight the success of other people paying off debt. And now that I'm on my weight loss journey, I watch a lot more content that has to do with people losing weight, like TikTok compilations of weight loss and weight loss vlogs and journeys like this, just because it keeps me motivated. It keeps me from eating yet another sugary, sweet something, baklava or something, anything that my parents bring in the house that I can't resist. So things like that. Just if you don't have anybody in your surrounding that would support your ideas, find it online. There are so many resources to do online to find like-minded individuals that would want the exact same results in their life. That's like the biggest thing ever. So having this mindset of, okay, this is another chance to get my act together and make something out of my future for the spring and summertime, that's been helping me a lot. That's why I wanted to share this video. And trust me, I understand how difficult it can be to be isolated in the winter time, but this is when it comes in to try to meet up with friends or try to meet up with the family. Try to keep yourself busy and motivated. Also try to keep yourself full of vitamins. Getting outside, wearing proper clothes, because your clothes can determine if you can have fun outside in bad weather or not. Whatever I mentioned in this video in terms of my goals is just a fraction, like weight loss and saving money. Like I think it's everybody's goal lately. So those are the big ones. There are a couple smaller ones, like I wanted to sing, I wanted to start playing piano finally. I've been like really bad at that. So there's a lot of things. We'll see how that goes. I do not enjoy winter blues at all. I do not like cold weather. I do not like when the trees are skeletons for like half the year, 5 months, 6 months. That's a lot, okay? But I don't really have a lot of choice, and I'm sure most of us don't, unless you get to go on vacation in the middle of the winter. You might be lucky enough, but I don't even feel like doing that this winter. I just feel like completely focusing on the goals that I want to achieve when spring comes in. So for once, I will try to give the season its all. I know what it's meant for. It's meant for hibernation, it's meant for reflection, it's meant for preparing for the new achievements and your goals and the blooming and the blossoming of the spring. I know what it's meant for, but I was never able to embrace it because I always just did not like winter season. But this time, let's give it a try. So, I'm no expert, but what I figured works best for me over the past couple of months. By the way, today is a beautiful day. It's December something. I don't even know, December something. And we don't even have snow yet, which is fantastic. However, it still gets dark at like 3 p.m. okay? It's not fun. And so what I figured works best for me is to be able to do all the things that I have to do during the time that the sun shines. Knowing myself and knowing that I am the creature of the sun and the moon and the cycles of the sun and the moon, I figured, okay, what if I do all of my chores and the things that I have to do before the sun sets? And then whenever the sun does set, I can just stay at home and do whatever the things that I can do at home. So one of those things that I chose to do when the sun is out is going hiking like I do right now, or going to the store, or going to the gym, especially when the sun sets. You cannot get me out of the house to go to the gym because it's cold, it's dark, it's wet sometimes. Like I'm staying home. So while the sun is out, that is a great hack for me. I don't know how it works, but it just works for me. Also, you have to keep in mind that I'm working from home, so I am able to create my own schedule a little bit, not often and not perfectly, but I am able to get some work done after the night, so I don't have to waste the sunny hours onto things like work. And I know that's not going to work for everybody. I'm just giving you some ideas of how it could work for some people. If you are working a shift job, like I used to do bartending, you could ask to shift your times for evening shifts instead of the day shifts. But in the daytime, make sure that you don't slip in until like 11 a.m. because then it doesn't really make sense for you to do things when the sun is out. But the trick is to do things when the sun is out and keep doing things, no matter, even if it's just a little bit. Even if you're not feeling like going to the gym, dress. Get out of your pajamas, dress, get in the car, just make it to the gym. I literally just talk to myself like I am a child. I'm basically like, Lana, how about we just dress? Just dress for the gym. You don't have to go to the gym, just dress. Just put on some leggings. And then I go, well, you've already dressed, so maybe just get in the car. Just get in the car, maybe get some coffee. And then we don't have to go to the gym at all, but just, you know, get out of the house. And then when I do get out of the house, get in the car, get some coffee. Well, I'm now caffeinated, so I might as well go to the gym and maybe just stretch. Just stretch, nothing serious. And then you're like, well, I'm already at the gym, I'm caffeinated, and I wear quick clothes, so might as well go and work out like a real workout. And then, God forbid, you meet somebody at the gym that you actually attracted to, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna lift heavy today then. But that's just me. That's just how things work with me. I figured that the best way to move around the energy that is like stuck in my body, that is like, I don't feel like doing anything today. I'm just not gonna do anything. I'm gonna sit on the couch and watch TV. The only way to get out of this is step by step talking to yourself like you are a child. Because guess what? Everybody is a child within us. It is 4:30 p.m. on a Monday. And I guess now everywhere on my car, and my initial instinct was like, never mind, I'm not going anywhere. However, I have an appointment with my singing teacher in like half an hour, so I have to be there, or I have to cancel. Like right now, the only thing that got me out of the house is literally the fact that somebody else is waiting for me. And then once I'm out of the house, I might as well go to the gym because my gym is kind of close to where my singing classes are. So